I'm glad to be in the service. Hey. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Pastor J. You know who I am. This is the Takeaway Broadcast. Before we get into this journey, this talk, before we climb over this hill and around this mountain and get into what we want to talk about today, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to like, I want you to comment, I want you to share on whatever media platform you are listening or watching. If you do it, I promise you at some point we're going to choose somebody, we're going to follow you back. The Takeaway Broadcast is all about relationships. It's all about relationships, not just that of a man or a woman or a coworker or a brother or a friend, but relationships. For those who know me, relationships are important to me. I don't call people friend lightly. Relationships are very important to me. And I think the world goes around by relationships. And today I have my homie, my friend, Karla Laurel. Yes, Karla Laurel. Karla Laurel. Not KJ, Karla Laurel. All right. It's levels to this thing.
It's levels to this.
And we have already been having fun here in the studio and here just spending some time. And we'll have a conversation today.
Got you.
We'll have a conversation today. We have a title, we have a topic, about being unapologetic. Mm-hmm. And there's different versions of that. We want to talk about both sides. But first of all, like tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me what you want the people to know. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Tell me what you want the people to know.
Yeah, what you want the people to know.
I'm just really happy to be here, first and foremost, for real. And then, man, I think I'm a really cool person. I'm just pretty dope. And I know that people are, I guess my biggest clientele is being like a praise and worship leader, of course. And that kind of, if I'll be honest, puts you in a box. But I just turned 40, 83 babies in the building. I'm going to put that out there. I was 40 years old. But no, for real. And a light bulb went off, and I just really am a lot more freer as far as just being who I am, just being true, being authentic, just being open and being honest and transparent. And it's been freeing, so I want to do that. I want to give that same love to other people and even advice. But other than that, I'm regular. I got a baby. That's the love of my life. I'm a single mom.
Okay.
Shout out to Bug out here in the streets.
Bug in the streets.
He's going to kill me. I call him Bug.
Oh,
Khalil.
Oh, okay. You're supposed to call him Khalil.
I call him Bug, but his name is Khalil.
Okay.
It's me and my baby, and
he be dunking the basketball.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it out loud. I mean, he good.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I gotta keep him. Keep him humble.
You gotta keep him humble.
So
okay.
Right
At least
now,
Mama do.
Yes.
Right? At least Mama
because
do.
he is. That's a whole nother podcast.
Got you.
He needs prayer.
He needs prayer.
He does. For that. On
I'm
top of being my kid. But other than that, I'm just chilling. But I want to have these uncommon conversations that bring out uncomfortable truths. This is good.
Did you see that? Did you see how that flowed? You know, church can be spooky.
It can.
And I think I wanted you on this platform. We've had you at the church. You minister. You do all those things. I've seen you at other places. There's some other things we're going to talk about that you're moving into. But church can be spooky, and church can be, if we're not careful, it can be one-dimensional.
Very.
And today, I met with employers. Today, I met with a county commissioner. Today, I prayed with somebody in the gym, and none of those things were in the capacity of a pastor. I was just a dude in the gym. And there's more to you than what you do behind a microphone. And I wanted you on this platform today. Yes, we have a topic, but I wanted you on this platform today to kind of explore those other things, because there are people listening, watching, and there are people apart, and they feel like, you said it before I can get to it, you said they feel stuck, or you can be stuck in one thing, or only known for one thing. That box. Talk about that box.
It sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to bust it wide open, bro.
Yeah, bust it wide open.
But no, that box, if you're not careful, you will get stuck in this box because, like I said, I'm a church baby. I was born and raised basically on the pew.
You've been in church longer than me.
No, I probably have.
Yeah, I'm 47-ish almost, and you 40, but you've been in church way more about church.
I was there before I was there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like my mama and all, I literally was bred for church.
Your grandfather was a preacher?
My grandfather was a reverend.
Okay.
Reverend Dr.
Reverend Dr.
Smith.
Okay.
Okay, you gonna
so
put all respect on my granddaddy.
So the
love rail.
Okay.
Out here in these streets.
So it was anointed on the rail.
It was all the way, bro, all the
Okay.
way through my bloodline. So with that being, we weren't preachers' kids, we were preachers' grandchildren.
Okay.
So we still had the same pressure.
Gotcha.
You still had to be there for everything.
Wow.
You still had to clean up and manage your behavior. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? What you
Yeah.
did, how you did it,
Yeah.
because it was gonna get back to your people. My grandma was crazy.
Okay.
Literally, I'm not being funny.
Okay.
God rest both of their souls. And so you just didn't want to hear neither one of them, you know what I mean, on top of my parents.
Did y'all have to wear long skirts?
Oh my goodness, with the thick stockings. And no.
The tube socks.
And I hated it too because I was always taller than everybody.
Ooh.
And then we had to get the socks that folded over with the frizzles around the side.
Oh yeah, them went hard though back in the day.
In the patent leather shoes.
Ooh.
But anyway, that's how far back I go from church, like for
Okay.
real. So
Okay.
I mean, we were raised. If somebody else wasn't there, we had to do it.
Gotcha.
It wasn't no excuse.
Gotcha.
On top of my grandfather literally going back to college and becoming a real theologian.
Okay, like for real.
And he felt like it was his duty to teach everybody what he learned.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting
the
there.
whole Bible.
Oh yeah, like at 15, like okay, so the exegete, like huh? Where I'm ever gonna use it?
And the Greek.
And the Greek. Why are you giving me Greek index cards for Christmas?
But that was part of it. That was part of all of it.
And the thing that was so crazy though, my family, I call them light skinned people, dark skinned people.
Mm-hmm.
Light skinned people all the way safe, okay? That's my granddaddy. Dark skinned people, no shade,
A
not so much,
struggling.
you know?
Yeah,
So now
a
we got
struggle.
all of this together and I'm trying to figure it out. Love what you're telling me over here. Love what I see over here. But how do I mix the two?
Yeah.
Because I feel all of this.
Yeah.
I feel my auntie with the spades games and dominoes and the cuss words.
Yeah.
I love it over there.
Yeah.
But I do love it over here at this
Over
prayer
here,
meeting too with
Over
the
here,
older
too.
ladies because it's power over here.
Yeah.
So that's always been my.
Man, I think about
struggle.
David. This dude could, and of course we're gonna talk some Bible. Y'all know this now.
It has to happen.
David, like was known for killing people.
Yeah, he was a murderer.
Yeah, and he was like
he was a warrior.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then he was also known for just worshiping so much to an extent that a person that's dealing with all kind of mental or demonic issues.
Please say demonic.
Demonic. Yeah.
I'm talking about he had the gift.
Yeah.
To play an instrument to release the devil
off this
somebody.
dude who wanted to hurt him.
Who wanted
and he
to
would
kill
listen
him.
to her. He would listen to him. And I
This
mean,
is
like,
good.
so it's this balancing part, and you know, so the first layer of this thing about being unapologetic, which what's your definition of the word?
This is what's so crazy. So I recently got delivered from cussing.
Okay.
About 2 weeks ago. So I have.
Was it on a Sunday morning?
Actually, no.
Okay.
No. It was in the middle of an argument, and my tongue got tied.
And it's like,
and I said, I can't do this no more. This is not me. But I have really been learning and reading and studying words.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, boom, we're gonna talk about being unapologetic. Then Holy Ghost, like, you need to look up what that means. Now I know what you think it means, but that's not what I said. Okay, bet. So when I look it up, it says like to not acknowledge or to not be regretful in a place that deserves an apology.
Yeah.
It's almost like you standing 10 toes down.
Wrong. Yeah.
That's the Webster definition of it. So I was like, ooh, that could be a little tricky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I never want to come off offensive. I don't want to come off like I hurt nobody. But I do want to be my true, authentic self. So I think and I don't know if I'm moving too fast, but I think what was just so amazing about or thinking about being unapologetic, you have to line up who you are and whose you are. Culture, I have you saying, I'm going to keep it real, which kind of makes you be raggedy. But the Bible says nothing about being real. We want you to be righteous. So here we go back to that balance again. So I think you have to make a cognitive decision on who you're going to be of what's going to be pleasing unto God for what he called you to be. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you got to be honest with yourself about
absolutely
like who you are, how you behave,
your patterns, your behaviors, your issues, your concerns, or your triggers. And you got to be okay with being able to tell somebody like, hey, I don't know how I feel, but I don't think I like that right now, so I need to take 10 steps back. You get what I mean? I can say that now. 3 weeks ago I was pop, 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 when that's not what, you know what I mean? Like, that's not really what I wanted to say, but because I didn't have the verbiage or the language to explain how I felt, it puts us in different, situations. So, I don't know. Ask another question.
So what I took from, I had the same definition, not acknowledging or expressing regret, but I looked at it as like, on the flip side of it, like, sorry, I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
Like sorry, I'm not stuck. Like sorry, I'm not just this warrior.
Yeah.
I'm also a worshiper. Sorry, I'm not just a worship leader, but I'm a businesswoman, but I'm a comedian, but I'm a this. Now, I'm not just an ex-dope boy that Jesus saved, and I'm glad to preach to people on Sunday mornings. No, I'm a business leader. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a great friend, right? So I think like, sorry, I'm not sorry. This is where you may label me. This is where you may feel like I am, but I've been there. I am there, but I'm not just that.
Now that's good.
Yeah, because sorry, I'm not sorry. Yeah, I'm not sorry. First of all, sorry, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. There's something to me.
I am so sorry.
I know if you run my background. I know there's something already. But sorry, I'm not sorry anymore. I had a sorry face. You know you were sorry. You were sorry. The 35 you is good, but the 33 you is sorry. Okay, so this is like, I've been sorry, but sorry.
But I'm not there no more.
I'm not sorry no more.
Now that's good.
So you can't hold that.
That's very good. You can't hold that to me.
Over me. And sorry, you met me in this place. You only know me of this thing.
Yeah.
But that don't mean that's all there is to me. I'm sorry you feel that way.
And sorry that I'm not finna stay in this box
for you.
You see what I mean? Like, it's okay. If you only want me as a praise and worship leader, that's not a problem.
That's not a problem. I come in and work it.
That's not a problem. But I'm not going to apologize. And I guess that was my thing too. Like, when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, you got to be careful with this because I do cuss people out and I don't got no problem fighting folks. So I'm just going to testify about my own self.
Testify. Let him use you.
Little plug. Let Laurel testify November 3rd. Shameless plug.
November 3rd.
So, but
we sending some people too, and I'm gonna come too.
I don't think you can come, no.
You don't think I can come?
No, please don't.
I can come.
Don't.
If I can go to Country Wayne and everybody else, I can come to you.
I mean, you could.
I'm in town.
I'm gonna put you in the back.
Okay, put me in the back.
So okay, nobody see that you there. I don't want no problems when it's time for you to go back to church on Sunday.
Because that's another side.
That's another side. They can write down now. Wash. I need you to have your parishioners on Sunday. But I guess it's like, okay, yeah, I cuss, or yeah, I fight, or yeah, I'm the person that takes care of everybody. But is it appropriate to cuss out old girl in the sanctuary?
In the sanctuary, that's probably...
It's probably not appropriate to do that, even though she deserves to get smacked.
She may have needed that, but you prayed for her instead. Okay.
Or I just walked away. Let's not push it. Let's not push it. We're not that mature.
Oh, okay. You just like, I'm gonna give you a pass. I'm gonna let you live.
But you see what I'm saying? Okay. But you have to weigh your options. It's just like, even at work, I work with a lot of pharmacists, a lot of tech people, and it's amazing how God got me sitting in places that I shouldn't be, but I'm there, thank God. And they get to talking. I was in a big boardroom, and they had a meeting. And I was trying to explain something. They said, Karla, would you hire this person? And I was like, I said, well, y'all play spades? In front of everybody. And my boss, he's a white guy, he turns red. He's like, oh my God, head pharmacist. I said, no, for real. Like, if we had to play spades, and you told me how many books I had, she like a possible. Yeah. It depends on how you spin her.
Yeah,
it's what you can get out of her if you'll hire her or not. My boss is tripping. But then everybody on the staff is texting me like, that was a dope analogy. Yeah. Because I was being myself. Yeah. I just had to tailor it a little bit for where I was. You know what I mean? So I think it's just a matter of being, comfortable and just being honest. Being very honest with who you are and what you got going on. And I think you could do that.
So I think the first phase we just went through. I mean, there's labels. We got to be unapologetic about the labels we allow others to put on us. But then there's layers, right? So there's
that's good.
There's labels,
and then there's layers.
There's layers.
You are so hashtag worthy.
Did you see that? God. There's labels to what people get.
Yeah.
When they get you.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So you talked about it. Your mom, your son is a senior?
Yes, he is.
Like,
we're graduating high school, Dr. Phillips, 2024.
Yeah,
I said we, because
yeah.
I'm walking across the stage.
Yeah, you. Oh, okay. I know you gonna cut up too.
Bad.
You gonna show out. You gonna show out.
Somebody please pray.
You
now.
gonna show out. But because we homies, I know that, like, that's your only child.
Only.
Like, yeah.
This is the only human being.
Yeah.
And let's go even further, because you're my homie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a single mother who dropped out of college to say, no, mommy, you're not going to raise my baby, because my parents, I have a village, okay? They like, oh, we'll take the baby and you go back to school.
Yeah.
You a lie, fam. He ain't finna grow up thinking I'm his older sister.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of Medea
ATT.
y'all got going on here. No, he is mine.
Yeah.
So to go through all of that, young, you already know the story, not having this, that, and the third. Nobody thinking that I would ever even, everybody just knew, oh, Karla just gonna give her baby back to her people. Because not before, I'm spoiled.
Because they got it,
And they got it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna sit here and eat ramen noodles and peanut butter and jelly, and I'm gonna sit in this because this was the decision that I made. And if I allow them to keep like pulling me out of everything, then I ain't gonna never grow up. So yeah, us finally making it as far as that 18 years old, and he's a little basketball star, and he's graduating high school. Yeah, don't talk to me for about a week. I'm gonna turn my location on, send it to your mom, because I don't know what to do when he leaves out of there. You know what I mean? Because he been my safety blanket. But no, we gonna cut up.
Because I know that, like, layer, we peeling the orange back. I know that's something. That's a major milestone. That's a place of celebration. But that's also that's different.
And it's a huge place of transition.
Yeah.
I don't know life.
Yeah.
Without him being in my home. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah.
And it's gonna be people that the worship leader, comedian, church girl, homie, gonna have to relate to, or that you're gonna be able to relate to or express from a place you never had to before.
Absolutely.
And when we talk about being unapologetic, like, that's something to talk about. That's something to discuss. Yeah. That's something to share, because you'll find out that the empty nester thing is a thing.
Real thing. Yeah.
Yeah. When we talk about it, I was like, yeah, it was a point where we was raising our granddaughter, and she went back with her mom, and we had our whole life, and we was like, we like each other, but what we finna do?
What we finna do?
Because everything was centered somehow around
that
the child.
And everything about me, I'm talking about the layers, Bug has literally been my accountability. You see what I'm saying? Like, I gotta go home.
Yeah, I
got a kid. Or I gotta go to work because we gotta eat. Yeah. Well, now it's just me. Not saying I'm gonna just quit my job. I probably am gonna quit my job. But I mean, at the end of the day, like you said, it's just a huge transition, and I gotta figure that out. That comes with a lot of different fields, and I gotta have a space where I could be very honest and say, hey, like, what's happening? And I don't want to drown myself in church, but I ain't gonna drown myself in brunch neither. You know what I mean? Nor am I gonna drown myself running behind him. I see a lot of single moms doing that. Hey, you gotta let that baby go. That you can't keep them on that hook. So we gonna figure it out. It's gonna be tough, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm a pastor. I'm probably gonna get in trouble with why they can't go to brunch. Like,
no.
Like, I get out at 11.
No. I said I'm going to go to brunch.
I cater.
But I'm not going to drown myself there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you can overdo
it.
Things.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a fucking good time at brunch. I mean, I taught the Haitians the melodies from heaven when I was over there in VIP. You know, I had a great time with them. Pop bottles and everything with Kurt Franklin. I'm going. You can't. Yeah. Let me out in the land.
Yeah. I'm going to get you out.
Let's talk about this.
I'm going to get you out.
I'm going to start going to your church.
No. So once a month.
I'm going to start going to brunch on this side of the grid. Yeah. And then I'll go back to Orlando. I'm glad we figured that out.
You know. So you got labels. You got layers, and the layers take you in places, you didn't expect. Yeah. Sometimes they uncover and expose to stuff. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to open it up. I was hanging out with some of my friends. We all having a good time, and some dude started talking about his mama. Just out of nowhere.
Like dogging her?
Not dogging his mama, but he was really talking from a place of pain, from with his mama.
Okay, and then you anointed. So
grown man. Yeah. No, these my homies. They're not my members.
But still, the anointing in you picked up pain.
What happened was, I heard another guy start talking about his mama. And then I heard another man start talking about his mama. And then I started thinking about my mama trauma.
Wow. All while y'all was hanging out.
Always hanging out.
Y'all kicking it.
Yeah. everybody got mama trauma.
Yeah, we do.
And I got up, and I don't know if everybody do, but I know the 4 black men, they don't have to be black, but I know the 4 black men that were with me, we all had mama trauma.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's mama trauma.
Yeah.
I didn't write a sermon, I didn't develop, but in my mind, I was like, man, I'm finna get up. I got up and left because that affected me such a level, through therapy and prayer and other stuff. I've moved on, but I haven't moved on.
Okay.
So I'm still talking about the layers. Like I scheduled something with my therapist because I'm like, you know what? I thought I was done with this.
Yeah.
I thought I was done with this. And I'm saying that because I don't want to rush through this because somebody's listening, somebody's watching, and we laughing and we kicking it and we talking, but you gave up some stuff to be there for your son. And he's leaving. You made some sacrifices and other things to do what you do for the Lord. But now there's this other side of you that you're doing the comedy, but also we haven't even touched this yet, but you really have a desire, and you have been and want to continue at a greater level working with like single moms, but they got baby daddy issues. Like that's like speak to that.
Yeah.
And it may bring you may
I'm
call your therapist.
Don't get up and walk out on me. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't leave me.
No, I don't have a baby daddy. So that wouldn't be my trauma. I have mama trauma.
No, but I guess that's my thing though. I think we need to be able to have the conversation, no matter how much I sacrifice, no matter what I thought I did right or wrong, my baby gonna sit down and have some mama trauma too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I do have a heart for single mamas, because we just got to be way more clutch than what we are in this conversation, because your baby daddy bought you some drama, but you ain't vet that baby daddy either.
Yeah, that wasn't all him.
That wasn't all him.
Yeah, he kind of
so
showed
you playing mad victim.
Yeah.
You upset. You done made this story, this narrative about what has happened to you, as if you didn't play no part, and now you got all this negativity, this bitterness, this rah, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get me a man and get my money. I ain't gonna never fall in love again.
They sorry.
That ain't even. It's not logical.
Yeah.
So let's take a step back and say, well, what did you do?
Yeah.
What made you push your baby daddy away from you and that child?
Yeah. What did you want in the first place? Yeah.
And why did you? Man, it's so crazy. Like that through therapy and prayer, right? And I'm in therapy and I'm going off, right? And I'm my baby daddy. Pop, 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 pop. I can name everything. My therapist is so cool, cold Italian lady. She ain't scared of nothing or nobody. You understand? She said, well, Karla, let's breathe. She said, I want you to close your eyes. And she said, and I want you to watch that movie from another set of lenses. And clearly she has the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
So I close my eyes, and the Lord himself starts showing me, you get what I'm saying, every scenario that I have, but through the lenses of my baby daddy. And I'm in therapy over it. I'm crying. I didn't mean it. She said, yeah, but I want you to breathe because I need you to understand you don't like him and he don't like you.
He don't like you neither.
He don't like you neither. So who's going to be the bigger person? Because now it's not about neither one of y'all. Somebody got to compromise to co-parent because this baby need the best version of y'all. So it was like a slap in the face, like, okay, you made this decision to have this baby and put him in his J's and his onesie, but what you going to teach him? What you going to pull out of him? You can't stand this daddy, but he love him. My baby thinks my baby daddy is Superman. Do you understand?
Yeah.
He will call him for anything, and I just walk out trying not to roll my eyes. Like, okay, now I'm coming with another $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind as a mama, I'm just already just trying to fix it because I'm convinced you're gonna figure out who he is on your own. But not even that. I'm so convinced that you, baby daddy, gonna turn into the best version of yourself, so he never meets the version that I met. That's. I still gotta intercede. This is my family circle. Period. When my baby daddy didn't get new baby mamas and stuff of that nature, whatever.
Deliver your soul. Go ahead.
When my baby daddy be getting new girlfriends and stuff, I'll be introducing him myself like, welcome to my house. Welcome to my family. And we don't even live in the same city as they.
Oh, God.
I need to welcome you into this living organism of what we already got going on. And if she not going to cut it, I don't like that one. We're going to try this again. People like, Karla, you are not the boss of my life. Well, we need to make sure that these children or around certain type of adults because we're going to send them out to the world. You know what I mean? But it took us a long time to get there. But I had to take my own responsibility. Just because you didn't marry me or wife me or give me everything you said you was going to, whatever, or what I imagined, I thought would happen. My grandma told me, though. My grandma.
She had the Holy Ghost.
God rest the soul of Dog Baby. You know, I went to my grandma. No, for real, I'm about to get out of here. I went to my grandma. I went to my grandma first before I told anybody I was pregnant. I went to my grandma in Atlanta. And I'm throwing up sick, whatever. And she looked at me. She said, my grandma's about 5'3", light skin.
So she like half your height.
Oh, my God. But I would never try her. Do you understand me? My grandma said, now, little girl. She said, look like you're full of human. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, no, don't cry. You wasn't crying when you made that baby, was you?
Yeah.
I said, no, ma'am. She said, well, I'm going to tell you something. Now, I may be like weeks pregnant, right? She's like, if you ever want to lose a man, have his baby. And I'm sitting there looking at her like, these are all the wrong things to say to me right now. She said, yeah, if you want to lose a man, have his baby. Especially if you ain't already get his last name. So, he didn't marry you. He's probably never going to marry you. You're going to have a little boy. I mean, she's talking
cold.
This matter of fact,
cold.
Over the table. And he's going to give you the love that you're looking for. Because that's what it is. You don't know how to be loved, and you want to be loved. You're going about it all the wrong way. I'm going to go in here and tell your granddaddy, because we probably going to have to take care of you and this baby, because you don't got no sense. And you can call your mama from here. So that way, if she start cutting up on the phone, we got your daddy, your granddaddy that'll go ahead and fix it. She said, so just sit right there. You want something to eat? You hungry? I'm talking about, I literally just pull up to the driveway, about to confess that I'm
got it.
Opens up the door and sits down. Little girl, no, don't cry. Don't do that. Ain't no need for that.
No, don't do that.
We don't need none of that over here. I mean, it was. I got that type of village. I got that type of family. Yeah. And even though I was the first person, that's what I was crying over. I made a generational curse. I'm the only person pregnant without a husband, because I'm the only single one from generation to generation. Yeah. And my grandma, she just looked. She said, well, you know, there's some people that you don't know. Yeah. So you ain't the first and you ain't the last.
Yeah, you ain't the first, you ain't the last.
Let's just move on. So, yeah, that was, shouts out to Dog Baby. That's my baby.
Do you know how you just moved us in this conversation? And what was your grandmama's name?
Well, her name was Emily, but we called her Dog Baby. She was gorgeous.
Dog Baby.
Yeah.
What you say?
She was the only girl.
She had that good hair too?
Yeah. I'm talking about
fine.
fine.
Some water to the
I'm talking about just wavy. When she was a little kid, they said her daddy said she was too pretty to play with the other kids, and she was a doll baby, and she needed to sit up here on the stairs.
No, Dog Baby.
Not understanding the trauma that caused her, because she felt like, not that I was better than, she thought that she never fit in with nobody. I can't even talk about, this is going places. So now here she is on the porch, where her daddy is putting her like a pedestal, but she's sitting here like, well, what's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me?
Why can't I go out and play? Why can't I do that? That's all I'm saying. But yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But that was Dog Baby. That was Dog Baby.
When we talk about, because we got to talk about it. When you talk about, you know, being unapologetic, sorry, not sorry. We talked about, you know, labels. We talked about, you know, layers, right? Really, the other side of that sorry, not being sorry part is loving ourselves. You talked about it, you know, like, and she was a prime example. I love you. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to be here for you. You want something to eat? Like, at some point, we have to like our own selves. We have to love our own self. We have to be okay with being ourselves. Like, I'm cool. I don't mind wearing a suit if I got to. I really don't. But I don't mind, because I know it's, you know, that's what some people need or whatever. Right, and if Lois want me in a suit, I wear a suit. Boo, that what you want? I do it. Gotcha. But I mean, like I didn't grow up in church, so I came in and people were suited and booted and all of that. And I felt like, oh, I'm a preacher too, and I got to do this and I got to do that. And the more I got confident with myself, I could be a better person. The more I stopped hiding my skeletons and hiding the fact about my record or this or that, I could grow and I could begin to do other things. And I think yes, I did something wrong. Yes, I'm sorry, but about being unapologetic. Okay, sorry, I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry I took my family through this. I'm sorry I was a part of this. But I'm not sorry, because if I didn't go through any of those things,
Watch
and
this.
I don't talk about these. I can't help nobody else lying.
And that's the thing that used to always kill me in Sunday school. I always found the contradictions in the scripture because it was like, you told me all things work together. You didn't say all good things.
Yeah.
So I always had a problem with the word wrong. This is so wrong. I understand the law. You can break the law and you can do wrong. However, when it comes to all the other things, like you said, I didn't know how to just be confident in myself. That wasn't what was, I'm not going to say that's not what I was raised in. I could be very free in my home, very free with my mama. Me and my mama best friends. We kick it. People be like, how could you act like that with your mama? That's my dog.
Yeah,
you understand?
I
love her. But then in church, I'm not taught to be open.
Yeah.
I'm not taught. I'm not given the platform to be my whole full authentic self. I'm just given the platform to act accordingly to what this church wants from me.
Yeah.
And so even then, that's a whole
be
other
who,
box.
be who I want you to be.
Be who I want you to be for this ministry.
Yeah.
Now that's another podcast. We got another day. But so I guess even when it came to my grandma. And my mama and my grandma raised me the very opposite of how they were raised. So that's why I'm so loud, because my grandma and my mama was not. That's why I am so assertive. My grandma and my mama was not able to do that. You know, so here they are whispering to me, you better say something. You better stand up for yourself. You better da-da-da. So I'm this rah, rah, rah. And then looking at them like, well, y'all taught me this. Because after a while, they was like, you done gone too far. Well, didn't nobody give me no limit. You just told me to go. So I had to learn. That's what I want to go back to too, because when people say, "Oh, you don't love yourself," well, maybe that's just not an area that I understand. Maybe nobody taught me how to be confident in that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need another level of conversation. I was talking about that with you the other day. Where is the old mothers that was supposed to sit down and teach us stuff? You get what I'm saying? We ain't got no mother boards nowhere now.
They got their back out in church.
And nasty lace fronts. You understand? I need you to be 60. Be 60 and 75.
Be 60 and 75.
Don't be sitting next to me at brunch. I'm supposed to be able to come to your feet. Like the Bible says, that
young man. Oh, man.
Me and you on the same app. Mother, you a lie, you on here. But it's just... Let Laurel testify. So, but the thing is, like, I don't think we understand that some people just weren't afforded those type of conversations. My grandma ain't hold nothing back. She was the one, especially after I had my baby. We could deal with you on one, baby, and you're a little too big for me. So what you gonna do about that? Well, that means I'm fat. And I need to get this weight off. Like, my family, they tell you.
Yeah, straight direct.
But everybody they're not raised with that.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have that. Yeah. So how do we just expect people to just know?
You know, I did a podcast a while back about, self-love or self-care and all of that. And I just, what is, how do you know you love yourself? Give me the Karla Laurel version. Like, that's a loaded question, right?
It is.
Like, and I mean, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer.
I was about to say that.
But 40,
for me,
40 Karla Laurel.
At 40. I was about to say.
40.
Please ask me
40.
Specific.
At 40 versus other times, and you could answer that if you wanted. Like, how you know you love yourself?
Because I no longer dumb down.
Okay.
I no longer.
Can you break it down a little bit?
Yes. Yeah, so. There you could get around people and you'd be like, oh, let me not do too much, or let me not say this, or let me not dress like this. This is a real thing for women. Let me not dress like this because I don't want all this attention from me over here. And then you do all this overthinking, you do all this kind of planning of what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do when you get there. When now I just be like, well, how do you feel? And where are you going? And what does God say? And I'm not deep. Please don't get it twisted.
But you're deep enough.
But that is how. But the 40-year-old Karla. That's how I think. Okay, you finna go do a podcast with your boy Wash. Okay. That is your boy.
Yeah.
Love you and mom.
Yeah.
And y'all pastors. Yeah. I'm not finna walk in here with a 2-piece with everything out there. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because I have to. That's the self-love. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have to gauge myself on where I'm going and who's my audience. But I still just am unapologetically myself in that. I think as far as like self-love, I'm a big personality. I love to be around people, but people also can drain you. They kind of expect me to be the life of the party. Sometimes self-love for me is not taking the invite.
Got you.
Now for me, it's I would rather go home.
Yeah.
Now I'm asking, well, who all finna be there, Wash? You get what I'm saying? Like, because if it ain't just you and Mom and maybe a couple others, I don't want to be there.
I don't think I really want to go.
Again, because some people only have me in that praise and worship box. I can't be that just wide open and all over.
Yeah, human, yeah.
So I think for me, it's just gauging where I'm going, and honestly, if God is going to be pleased with me in all of my actions. And even when it comes to kicking it, I still kick it with the same people from the 6th grade. We still tight. We got group chats. It's called Roxborough Rockets. Do you understand? And we all
not the Rockets though.
Roxborough Rockets. You understand? And so everybody's still doing their thing, and people live different lifestyles in this group chat. You understand? So when you get invited places, you just might be with some of the cast off of Love and Hip Hop. Do I want to do that? You just might be with some stripper girls. Do I want to do that? Like I just have to.
Your homies regardless. You love them all regardless. Yeah.
Oh, regardless. But I just kind of pick and choose what's the best, safest thing for me, and honestly, just not putting myself in positions where I could go backwards. That's what I call self-love. What am I about to engage in that's to help me move forward to make sure that it don't take me backwards?
That's good.
That's my.
That's real. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Cause for me it's self-love. I gotta pay attention to myself enough.
Me.
Like I gotta pay attention to myself enough with what I eat, with what I do with it. I gotta pay attention to my body enough.
Cause you look good.
Appreciate you.
I mean, your clothes falling off you.
You see me though?
You was in the gym, my God.
I'm trying to get to it. I don't want Lois to leave me. Lois, don't leave me. Don't pass me by. Wifey. Oh Jesus.
Don't do it,
Jesus. So I'm paying attention to myself.
Yeah.
I work or move or operate whatever label they want to put in where I'm focused on other people and other stuff and considering other people. But I learned to put myself in the budget, learn to put myself in the conversation. I learned to put myself in the time frame that I have. Like, where am I in this?
Got you.
So
you include you now.
I'm always included now.
That makes sense.
For years, I pastored, husband, fathered, friend, and I considered everybody else. Sibling. That's a word.
It is today.
It is today. And I considered everybody else and not myself. I put myself last. It's people live like that, by the way.
They do. Which is so stressful. I'm about to say, now how do you feel after that? Now that you made that, that you've made that like correlation, that you didn't do it, and now that you are doing it, how do you feel now?
I feel much better, and I'm unapologetic about it. Listen. I don't feel bad about taking care of myself anymore. I don't feel guilty. That's taking time away with my family. That's taking time away by myself. That's taking time away.
You kick it by yourself? You a real
grown-up. And Lois let me. Like, she let me go a couple times a year.
She need to have a master
me and
class
the boys.
Yeah,
and listen, it make me love her more and miss her more. It miss me more when I come back.
Right.
Yeah, some of my homies, they always talk about it. His time, her time, our time. You gotta have your own time.
Because even in your marriage, because all you ever hear is y'all are one. Y'all are one. I'm a proud divorcee. Y'all are one. Y'all are one. It's okay. It's all right. Be free.
Be free.
But anyway.
He almost jumped in the camera.
He raised his hand and I thought the podcast was over.
It's me, I thought we were standing in the I thought we ran out of time. That is crazy.
But when you hear marriage, that's all you hear is all the togetherness, and you gotta be one, and you gotta do this, that, and the third. When it's really refreshing to hear that y'all were able, and I'm sure over time. But y'all were able to.
I'm 27 years in.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm 27 years in.
You got married as a thug?
Yeah, I was a thug.
And then got saved in your marriage.
And got saved in my marriage. I got saved in the county. I got saved in the county jail, and I was writing letters to Lois, and she was like, "Oh, boo, saved."
Not patting her weave.
He had patting her weave, because Lois used to wear out. They just not getting to the color weave. Man, my boo was wearing blue hair.
Way before
blue and green hair back in the days. Way back in the day. Man, I used to tell people, Lois know this, she's just my wife right here. I said, man, I got me a loop dance, man. I love that girl. So yeah, she's like, oh, man, he got jailhouse religion. He got jailhouse religion. Jailhouse religion. No, I was really serious, but it wasn't until I rode on the back of a truck to church the night I got out of jail that she knew, oh, he saved for real.
You serious?
Oh, he really with Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we went through a whole transition. That's why, as much as I can talk about other stuff, I always bring that center. Gotcha. That's a part of my existence. That's a part of my experience. Absolutely. And I think, and we're not just talking about church, but I think what I've gauged from you in our relationship and our conversation, like, you find a way in whatever you're doing to bring authenticity to it.
Yes.
And that's why we can be unapologetic about it, because I'm really being authentic.
Yeah.
I really say, you really saying what you mean and meaning what you say with all that direct and loud, whatever you feel. But whether it's worship, comedy, a conversation, like,
because I'm custom made.
Yeah.
There's only one me. I owe it to God.
Yeah.
To be the best version of myself. Mm-hmm. It ain't but one me.
That's it.
So he put me here like this for whatever the reason. It don't matter about no lights, no camera, no nothing. It could be right in the neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? But I owe it to my maker to be what he created me to be. Yeah. I'm killing myself trying to be anything different, and I feel like anything different would be everything less. Oh. I can't do that.
Anything different.
Anything different would be everything less. Yeah, that is hashtag worthy.
Did you see that?
You got
that's
oil
a
on
shirt.
you.
That's
it
a
is.
shirt.
It
wow.
is. Yeah. So yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, because I think people are craving authenticity.
Oh, absolutely.
People are craving someone that won't throw a rock and hide their hand. That will say what they mean what they say. And it could be joking, laughing. It could come off over a song, a sermon, literature, a podcast, however you do it. Like people really want authenticity.
Absolutely.
And I think this is a great time to kind of carve out some time and just let you share a couple things or whatever's on your heart. But before we get there, I gotta ask you this. So hold on, I got notes. Hold on. I got notes.
Now he got notes.
So yeah.
How long he had these notes?
We don't even do notes.
That's all right. I'll stay on the camera. That's my bad. I went to the fourth wall.
Yeah. We don't even do notes, but I got notes. So what's your favorite artist?
This is not a real question.
This is a real question. What's your favorite artist? It don't whatever genre you wanna use. If you wanna narrow it down to two.
Ain't no way you can look at me and not know who my favorite artist is.
I don't know who your favorite artist is.
Fantasia Barrino.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
She is my
I need
everything.
to bring her for the revival, cause she gonna do a revival at the end. She gonna kill it, and then she gonna kick her shoes off at the end.
And she don't kick her shoes off no more. Thank you.
She don't do that no more. What happened?
Cause she married and she growed up and she don't kick her shoes off no more.
That's crazy.
She do her whole concert in her shoes.
That's crazy.
She do. I go to every one, honey. When she come to Tampa, I be standing right there. I be singing to her while she singing to me.
Well, the last time I went when she was in Tampa, she kicked her shoes off, but that was some years ago.
I was about to say not the last one. That baby look good. She stand up there nice, strong, and tall. I mean, she do her thing.
She do her thing.
And the thing I think I love about her too, she came out uncut, right? She came out not Hollywood. She came out just straight from the Carolinas. Be honest, out the project. And we were able to watch her grow. She had her bumpy moments, but you were able to watch her grow from her first shows to now. God gave her the color purple. Don't make me preach on Fantasia.
What do you love most about the church?
I love most about church God.
Okay, that's fair.
To be quite honest, because at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing in there, no matter how people acting, that's where I can hear His voice the most, almost. I ain't gonna say the most, but I hear Him very clear, and it gives me. When I'm on stage, if I just be honest, now this is a real secret. When I'm on stage, the Holy Ghost just zooms in on whatever I'm kind of looking at spiritually, right? So then I'm able to then sing, because it's spiritual, to whatever that thing is. That's what I'm looking at. When I'm all looking all of them, man, I'm fighting all of the stuff. I ain't caring about all that hollering or trying to entertain nobody. In my mind, I need you to feel God's presence, because what if you're dealing with suicide? What if somebody, you know what I'm saying? What if you came in here? I'm the type of person that used to go to church and sit in the parking lot and say, God, hey, fam, if these people don't say nothing to me, then I'm about to go back to the streets. And I mean, like, hard to the streets. And you ain't got to never worry about me again. Like, I used to dare him. Stupid stuff, but that was me. Walk into the church, and somebody would come up and say, you know, the Lord say, I'm like, oh,
Lord, that was you, Lord.
What was it? You know? So for me, I think it's a very serious situation where you can literally, it's spirit to spirit. When we in church, it's all even ground. That's why I get mad at people with their titles. No, it's spirit to spirit. So that way, that's my big thing. I just love church and God and the music. That's my thing for church.
Okay. Hey, so there's so many levels of you, like David. So many layers.
It is.
You coming back.
Thank you. I would appreciate it. I'm about to say this on camera, so I'm doing my he don't know this.
Yeah.
I'm doing my breakout concert at the Real Church in 2024.
Yeah.
And I just can't wait to invite all y'all out there when we get the details together.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be happening. So y'all look for me there. Thanks.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
God bless you, man. I've
man.
been smiling for you. This is my friend. Hey,
That's the benediction.
So no, it's not my benediction. But I feel stupid. It's so stupid. I feel like you got something to say, bro. Like, I feel like you got something to say. We've said a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel like you got something to say, and I want to give you time to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2-minute reflections.
Right. It could be 3 minutes. Whatever you want. We ain't got to get out of church.
I'm just an advocate for people being okay with who they are. And when I say who you are, I mean all of it. The addictions, the anxiety, the doubts, the failures, the everything that makes you to the core of who you are. Even the nasty, dark places that you don't tell nobody about. I want us to be able to take all that in and just be ourselves. And I know that it's like very simple to say, but when you really think about it, it's very hard for people to do. I am an advocate. I don't need you to learn the whole Bible. Learn 2 scriptures, right? And just keep them. Because you can get revelation, you know that, from the same 2 scriptures year to year to year. It'll change for you, right? Because life changes. It's a journey. But literally all things work together for the good to them who are called. I know the whole thing. I don't want to take it out of context. I just don't believe we give people the space to grow. We don't give grace. We sing it. We act like it, and then we get real fake and phony like everything A-okay. But I want us to get to the place where we really allow people, church folks and non-church folks. That's another thing, too. I'm going to forgive the people that I go to church with. No, forgive the people that don't. Everybody. Why hold on to that? Because a lot of stuff that we hold on to is what breeds our sickness. That mean, that anger, that bitterness, we start going through the science, all that stuff, that high blood pressure, that depression, that now you're on medication. Why? Because you won't forgive your great grandma who not even alive no more. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just want people to literally, I just want them to be free. And I want to be able, even if they can never sit down and kick it with us like this ever, I just want them to watch it and just get the giggling in their own house and be like, you know what, ain't nothing wrong with me. You right. Ain't nothing really wrong with you. Like,
even if something wrong with you,
even if it is,
it ain't that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad.
That's how I talk to my calling my baby mamas. That's how I talk to my baby mamas. I'm not crazy. No, you are crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Own being crazy. Yeah. But now what are we gonna do about it? What can we add? My problem is when people have issues and problems and you don't want to move past it. That we can't do that. Life's too short. I believe we are gonna meet him. And we're going to have to say something. I done never read in the Bible where we're going to have a whole conversation with him at the gate, so I ain't saying that. Yeah. But when I do see him, I want to be whole.
Got you.
And that's what I want people to do. I want them to be whole.
You didn't know I was going to do this, just like you knew I didn't know, you was going to do the thing. Sing something for the people.
That's what I get. That's what I get.
Saying something for the people.
That's what I get for being
saying something for the people. And we going after this. She finna talk and she finna sing anything. Whatever you want to say.
What you got? Don't do that because it's like so much.
Saying something for the people. Saying something for the people.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a hymn.
Give me a hymn.
That's the only thing I can give you because I'm working on so much music. You should see my brain right now. It's like, okay, let's do this. What a friend we have in Jesus, all my sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege it is to carry every everything to God in prayer. Keep going. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry. That's how I sing at my house. Every single thing to God in prayer.
You know, that's it. That's it. That's why we can't never go away from that part of you and all other parts of you. This has been amazing.
Thank you.
Coming back. I love you so much.
Love
Lowe's
you.
love you so much.
Thank you.
Real Church love you so much.
Thank y'all. Love y'all.
We love you. How can people keep up with you?
Through Wash. Follow Wash. As he follow Christ.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be right behind him. No, I'm on Instagram. That's All Things Karla. I got a website that's dropping, not yet, but just Instagram, All Things Karla. And everything will be All Things Karla. So that's where you can find me. Got it. Thank you. Appreciate it.